Okay, so we're going to have a look at All Apologies by Nirvana. So this tune is in drop D. So what that means is this thick string is usually tuned to an E, but we've got to drop it to a D. So if you imagine your alphabet, D is before E, but there's a note in between it, D sharp or E flat, whichever you want to call it. So it means it's got to go 2 steps down. So the best thing to do is just get a tuner, hit it, and tune it down till it says D. Not D sharp, which sharp is a little hashtag symbol, but you want it as a D and like a pure D note. So that's probably the easiest way. If you're doing it by ear, you could pluck the D string there, and then you could pluck this 6th string, and then you tune it down till it sounds like it. So I'll just demonstrate that now. And you can hear that the note sounds the same. Okay, so I'll just demonstrate the first riff and then we'll go through learning it. Okay, so when the singing happens at the start, it is singing over that riff. So that's quite hard to sing the words while it's playing that riff. So when it comes to the words, we're just going to be strumming the chords, just to make it so it's something you can do from start to finish and enjoy it. Okay, so the riff, let's get the first bit of the riff. As you can see there on the sheet music, on the tab, it does state D there, meaning drop D. So your first note is just to hit the 0 on the top string, and then you're going to go to the 5th string and hit 9, 10, 9. Let's make myself a little bit bigger. So here on this 5th string, 9, 10, 9. So you got 0. Do that again. 0, 9, 10, 9. And then what you do is you slide to the 12th fret. So you want to keep the pressure down when you hit that. You want to keep the pressure down all the way to the 12. What you don't want to do is hit the note and then slide late. You want to, as you're hitting the note, slide. See there? So you don't really hear any of the notes that you're sliding on. You just hear the note you're sliding to. So you can practice at different speeds of that. Oh. Okay, so you got there. And once you've slid there, you hit the 12 again, and then you go 10, 9. So you got slower. Let's go to the second part of the riff. There's 4 little parts to this riff. So it starts off the same, and then what you do is you go to the 4th string. So you're going to string down, and you'll hit the sort of round about the 9th fret area. Just hit it and slide to the 12. So remember what I said, don't dwell on any note lower than the 12. Just as soon as you hit it, slide to the 12. So once you slid to the 12, you hit the 12 again, and then 10, 9. So let's put that second part of that riff together. I mean, I'm not really sliding from the 9. Sometimes I slide from the 10 when I'm doing it. Let's put them 2 together. Now the next line, it does the very start of it just like it did above it. You can see it looks identical to the first line. Okay, and then the very last bit, the 4th bit, starts off the same, but this bit is jumps to the 3rd string, 11, 11, 9, and then up to the 4th string to the 12. So that goes. Now rather than using your hand and jumping about the place to go and your hand jumping about, I want you to start that 11 with your third finger, so there, and you hit it twice. So your first finger here is ready on the 9, and your little finger can go there to the 12. So the reason I'm making loads of mistakes is because I'm watching myself teach this in a mirror image reverse, and it's really playing with my mind. It's quite good fun anyway. Mixes it up a bit. So you got this. So third finger, first finger, then little finger on the 12. So that's second line all together. You could slide to the 11 if you want. Alright, so putting all 4 of them together. Nice fun little riff to play. Okay, let's go to the chords. So we're going to play a D chord here like this. Alright, and the good thing about this chord is that we're already in drop D, so that's a D root. So you could actually, with this chord, strum all 6 strings. So just go down, 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 up, down, up. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. So with the strumming you don't want to stopping and starting it, it's just got to be consistent like this, and then hit the strings 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. So when I say and, that's an upstroke. The and is just a result of having to come back up to do another downstroke, so you don't want to force it by your hand jittering about the place. So okay, let's look at that chord there. So we got our D here. You can see you got the open D there, so it sounds pretty nice. And then there's 3 chords in this song, which is nice. The next chord's G. So if you went to your template G, because this now is down tuned, that ain't gonna sound good as your typical G. So you do have to do a slightly different sort of shape for that, which is going to be this. In the song. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that is. Your first finger is going to go on the 3rd string up there on the 4th fret, and then these 3 fingers are going to go in a line. So your 2nd finger up there on the top string, 3rd finger and 4th finger, and they're all on the 5th fret. So if I show you that, you might be able to see that's staggered back on the previous fret. These are on the 5th fret, but all on the top 3 strings. And then you can use the open notes there. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. And then there's one more chord, which is an A, and you'll like this because all you do is move that up 2 frets, and you hit it. It's a nice version of an A. You know, when you do down tuning and then you start to play the chords, you start to get the same chords, but they have little things different in them, and it makes it sound a bit more sort of different, you know, rather than your bog standard open chords. Okay, so you've got a D there. You've got this G. You've got the A. I would, when I'm going to my G, just aim for the you could either aim for the 5th fret on all 3 of them and then put this on the 4th fret, or you could aim for the 4th fret there, 3rd string, and then put these on, whichever way round you like it. So I'm just going to show you them 3 chords if you wanted to pause it and have a look at it. You can see the G has your 2nd, 3rd, 4th finger there on the 5th fret, and your 1st down there on the 3rd. And then your A is exactly the same as the G, but you can see it's on the 7th fret with that row of things. Okay, so once you've got them chords, we're going to just try a verse now. So let's start on the D. Let's get the D going first. So it's going to be down, 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 up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. What else could I be? All apologies. could do there is from that D, move your first finger, take them off, move your first finger up to the 4th fret, and these here. In the sun, I feel as one. In the sun, up to the A now. Mary, bit gentle on the chord. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, D. We might as well do verse 2. I wish I was like you, easily amused by my nest of songs. Everything's my fault. I'll take all the blame. Aqua for shame. Sunburn with freezer burn. Choking on the ashes of her enemies. In the sun, I feel as one. In the sun, married, buried, married, buried, yeah. All alone is all we know. All alone is all we know. Okay, so if there is 2 of you, if you've got a mate or a family member or something, one of you could be strumming the chords, and one could be playing the riff just straight over a D chord. And then you could switch over at certain points. You know, that's a bit of fun. When I was starting off and I'd learn with my brother, we would take turns in doing the riff and the chords, and I just enjoyed it. You know, it's a good way to learn, to bounce off other people. And if you don't have that, you can just jam along with what I just played there. You know, while I'm singing, play the riff over it. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. One of my favourite bands of all time. Started listening to them when I was about 11 years old. So, really love Nirvana, one of my favourite bands. So hope you enjoyed it as well, and hope you got something out of it. All right, thank you. Bye.